Today on our show,
X is going to give it to you because we're talking Domino in the new Deadpool movie.
like regular dominoes that we're going to knock down?
Yeah, you're going to make a whole scene out of them.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
Let's do this.
But Johnny, we got to move into our next topic, and we're going to stay in the Marvel universe, but we're going to move over from Disney back over to Fox, and then we'll move over to Disney to end the podcast.
Yeah,
but not Marvel Disney.
Disney
but
sandwich.
This week, yeah, it's a Marvel Disney sandwich. But what we are going to do now is we're going to look at earlier this week. Ryan Reynolds was kind of saying, hey, on Twitter, he kind of posted a picture of some dominoes that's a domino effect, and you looked at it, it said the name Zazie Beetz. If you're an Atlanta fan, you know who she is.
Yep.
And then he posted a second picture that said the Zazie Beetz effect, and it's the front of the Deadpool and the Mission for Money cover, and on Domino, who's riding Deadpool, Zazie Beetz' face is on it. So we have Zazie Beetz is going to be Domino in Deadpool 2. We talked about David Harbour maybe being Cable just a week ago.
Yep.
Johnny, what I'm going to ask you is, now that we know Domino's going to be in the movie, how do you think she's going to fit into the plot? What do you think the plot of Deadpool 2 is going to be? And how does she fit in now knowing that we'll have Deadpool, Cable, and Domino?
You know what? I got a few ideas on that one. My main one is, obviously, he's the merc with the mouth. So he's probably going to be on doing his own things now instead of going after Francis.
I'm
going to spell it out for you. So it's either going to be one of a few ways. Obviously, we're going to have Cable needs to right some sort of wrong that's happened in the past to try and correct the future. So that's obviously where Cable's going to come in. But how is it going to play in with Domino and Deadpool? One of two ways. He's either going to be working with Domino because they both are assassins. She has the powers of probability, so she wavers probability to be in her favor. So she takes a shot. It's less likely to happen. She makes it in her favor, which is kind of a cool power to have.
Or like if she's getting shot at by a beret of bullets, she makes it to where the probability is switched on those bullets and she misses. And then they miss her every single time.
Exactly. Another good way of going about it. And you know what? It's a good way to be an assassin, which is why she is too. And there are comics where you can see it on some of the covers. They work together. So it's either going to be they're working together and one of the two of them or both of them do something that affects the future in a bad way, so that
mainly because she can affect probability, they're going to affect the future in a bad way. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
And you know what? It just happens to Cable needs to come back and, hey, this needs to be fixed somehow, some way.
Because you screwed things up.
You screw things up, it's going to end real bad. You need to fix it. We all need to fix it. Or she's not working with Deadpool, and this would be probably a slightly better storyline. She's not working with Deadpool. She does something with probability. He goes in the past. He can't do it on his own.
So he needs Cable to help him.
No, Cable needs Deadpool to help him.
Cable goes into the past, needs Deadpool to help him.
Yes, because Domino has that probability. She can change probability. Deadpool's a wild card. So how do you put probability on a wild card?
Ooh, is that Jerry Garcia?
Exactly.
That's basically Deadpool. And that's what I'm kind of going with, the second one that you mentioned. Because when I was looking up stuff on Domino just to get a little bit of background, I came up with this kind of little paragraph that I want to read for you guys. And it says, Domino joined the mercenary six-pack, meeting Cable and forging a lasting and often intimate friendship. Domino was once captured by an arms dealer, Tolliver. Secretly, he was Cable's son, who had one of his agents impersonate Domino in Cable's new strike team, X-Force. Cable ultimately freed her, and she came to aid him in the new X-Force's leader. So basically what I'm thinking of is Deadpool does something fucked up. It's Deadpool that fucks up, and Domino and Cable come in together.
Actually, that's a very good idea.
They are together because the one thing I'm thinking of is they've already planned a Deadpool 3 with the X-Force.
Yeah.
So how are we going to map that up? We got to have, maybe Domino gets captured and Cable comes to Deadpool and says, I need you to help me. I need you to help me get her back. Maybe we're in the middle of that storyline altogether where something happens with Cable and Domino over here. She gets captured. It doesn't have to be by Tolliver. It could be their own little spin-off of it. But she gets captured. Then Cable comes to Deadpool. I need your help. I need a mercenary. And he goes, like you said, back into a different timeline to save Domino. And then we get kind of the progression for Deadpool 3 and X-Force.
Because let's be honest, Fox, Marvel likes to change timelines.
They do. Well, especially with the X-Men.
Oh, X-Men are all about that.
The X-Men. Yeah, there's like 3 different timelines now for the X-Men?
Right now, I think we have 2.
And Days of Future Past just fucked everything up.
Yeah, it was 1, and then we had Days of Future Past, and now we have 2.
Yeah, now we have 2 different timelines. But that's what I'm going for.
Yeah.
It has to do something with we got to set things up for
X-Force.
the X-Force movie. Well, the Deadpool X-Force movie
Yeah,
with
and you
Deadpool
know what?
3.
Something you said in the middle of your part was that kind of sparked something. You know what? I said that Domino messes something up and he needs the wild card. What if, like you said, Deadpool screws something up really bad?
Because he's the wild card.
He is the wild card. And Cable can't do it on his own because... unpredictable,
so he needs his
unkillable
X-Force buddy.
So he needs or the start also starts off the X-Force by recruiting the person who can control probability. And hey, Domino can control probability, so something more likely to be able to capture. And hey, Deadpool, you need to fix this.
And I'm looking at the current members of the X-Force is Archangel, Deadpool, Deathlock, Phantomex, Nightcrawler, Psylocke, and Wolverine. So right now in the comics, those are the current members for the X-Force. But this is the X-Force have been around since New Mutants 100.
Yeah.
Which was all the way when I was just a wee little lad of 1 year old. And I'm excited for this. I'm excited for Domino to be in this. And the one thing that I know that I'm going to kind of branch off into is with who was cast for this and Zazie Beetz. I'll be honest, when I saw Zazie Beetz cast as Domino in Deadpool 2, I went, who?
Exactly. I was the same way.
That? I don't know who she is. And then I was reading up on stuff and they're like, oh, she's in Atlanta. I'm like, okay, maybe now it gives me more of a reason to watch Atlanta because it's Atlanta's been on my things to watch list when I get the free time to do it because I like Childish Gambino. I like Donald Glover. So since he's behind Atlanta, I really want to check it out because I love everything that he does, whether it's stand-up, his music, and I haven't checked out his TV series. But the thing that I'm excited for with this is this could possibly give... Because the only thing she's done is basically Atlanta, and she's going to do some horror film in between Atlanta and Deadpool 2.
Yes.
But it's a horror film where it's not one of those major horror films, so it's nothing that's going to catapult her. This film could kind of catapult Zazie Beetz into bigger roles if it's done, not phenomenally, but if it's done great and it's a good role and people like it.
As good as Deadpool 1.
This could catapult her stardom into other films and other opportunities for her career.
Yeah, and you know it's nice. You were listing off the X-Force characters. Most of them we've had an introduction of some sort to them already. So
well, we've had
Psylocke, we've had
Archangel, and was that Apocalypse?
Apocalypse, same with Psylocke.
That was with the wings out. Nightcrawler. I'm trying to think. Was Nightcrawler in? He wasn't in a...
he was in Apocalypse.
He was?
Yeah, the one that can transport.
That's right. Okay. Because I know we had his brother...
Kurt Wagner.
The Azazel. He was in the original one. He was red.
The one that's like him. Yeah, I don't know if that's related to him, but...
I think they're related. I think. Don't chastise me.
Yeah. You know what?
Similar
it's a possibility.
Similar powers.
Similar powers, similar look.
Because I know we saw him earlier... So we've seen Archangel, we've seen Nightcrawler, we've obviously seen Wolverine.
Yeah.
And then Deadpool and Psylocke. So we've seen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? We haven't seen Phantomex and we haven't seen Deathlock. Yeah. Those are the only 2 that we haven't seen of the current members.
Yes.
Because originally Domino was one of the leaders of the... Because there are a ton of former members. There's Bedlam, there's... Caliban was one.
And we have
Cannonball, Copycat, who that's the one thing they're changing in Deadpool. Originally, Vanessa in the comics is Copycat. And Copycat and Deadpool are kind of boyfriend-girlfriend. But in the movie, Vanessa doesn't have any powers.
No.
She's not, or
not
she
yet.
may not, like, if she is Copycat, she doesn't have those powers yet. So Copycat, Elixir, Feral, Moonstar, Richter, Serene, Meltdown, Boomer, Boom Boom, Shatterstar, Sunspot, Vanisher, Warpath, Pete Wisdom, Wolfsbane, X-23 was a former member. Maybe that gets her into Deadpool 3.
Maybe.
And I think that Domino is going to be good for this movie because this is going to be the start of the X-Force.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, I like the concept of that. Cause,
Cable and Domino start the X-Force.
Yeah, because, I mean, like you said, they have it set already as Deadpool 3 is X-Force. So, I mean, why not get it a little kick-started in this movie? That way you have a little bit less setup in the next one.
And then what you could also do is, I'll ask you this.
Yeah.
They have an X-Force movie. They're planning X-Force and Deadpool 3 to be a together movie. Do you think during an end credit for Deadpool, or maybe they wait until Deadpool 3, would we see X-23 in this, the same X-23 that we saw in Logan? Would we see her in that X-Force movie?
The only thing with that is the timeline. Unless she comes back from the past with Cable or something, I don't know if we're going to see an X-23 unless it's considered a different universe with Deadpool. So it's one of those two things. It's either X-23 separate universe. It's Deadpool in this X-23 in this Deadpool universe, separate universe than the one we saw in Logan. Or
you're talking about like if Deadpool, because we have the different timelines in the X-Men. See, and here's my little evidence to why I think that they're all on the same plane.
Okay.
If you think back to Deadpool 1 when he goes to see Colossus and Teenage Mega Warhead at the X Mansion, he even jokes about the continuity issues.
Yeah.
So obviously, if he knows about that, it's got to be the same X-Men timeline, same two timelines that we have now.
Well, he's always a fourth wall breaker, so you know what? It could be, like you said, continuity issues. It could be he's the third universe, he's the third timeline. Yeah. You never know. But so you know what? It doesn't. Either way, it's
Johnny's like, I want to see it. I want to see X-23.
I would like to see X-23 thrown in there some way or another. Even if we recast for now someone a little bit older to play this one in particular, just because it's either got to be separate time. I would feel like it would either have to be separate timeline or it'd have to be coming from the past with Cable.
True, because Logan did take place in 2029.
Yes.
Logan did play. So maybe
significantly farther down the road.
So maybe Cable would have to bring, like you said, Cable would have to bring her back
with him
from the past,
because he's
from the future.
He's the time traveler.
Yeah, so he would have to bring her back from the future after she's already got some training and is one of the X-Force people. But
same with Richter. We saw him too.
The one thing that I'm going to throw out there is there anything about Domino, about Zazie Beetz, about Deadpool 2 that you want to throw out there, you want to talk about before we move into our Disney topic?
You know what? I'm just kind of excited about a Deadpool 2 movie, especially since we're adding Cable. Now we're adding Domino. That's some exciting news because you got some new characters that we're adding to something that's already set out there. And you know what? Maybe they'll like Deadpool made fun of. Maybe they'll give them more funding to get more X-Men now.
Well, yeah, they made fun of that Deadpool 1.
I love that they did that.
Apparently, they had the funding. They had all these X-Men planned, and then they cut it. And they're like, oh, I guess we got to settle for Colossus and Teenage Mega Warhead.
Yep.
So that's the only two we got. But this is where you guys come in. Let us know down below in the comment section. Are you excited for Domino? Are you excited for Zazie Beetz the player? How do you feel Domino will fit into the Deadpool 2 plot? Let us know in the comment section down below.
I don't know about this, Rick.
Just do it, Morty.
Thank you for watching Most Valuable Podcast video. If you want to watch more of them, just watch them right here. And thank you for watching.